Welcome back to Crystal Clear. I'm your host, Ostrich Box. So, the summer season has wrapped up, and within these episodes, not only did we get a lot of character development, but a lot of revelations about the Gem War, about those who participated in the Gem War, about Rose Quartz, and about the Diamonds. The biggest one being Rose Quartz, mother of Steven Universe and leader of the Crystal Gems, shattered Pink Diamond.
I watched the leader of the Crystal Gems, Rose Quartz, shatter Pink Diamond,
who we learned apparently ruled Earth. It was her first colony. That and the moon belonged to her. The moon base didn't belong to White Diamond like I originally theorized. It was Pink Diamonds. And for Rose, a character who's been portrayed as sweet, caring, wants to give everybody a chance, who fought and bubbled Bismuth because she didn't want to use the breaking point, a weapon that would shatter gems.
Shattering gems. Wouldn't that make us the same as Homeworld?
That's exactly what she said.
Shattering Pink Diamond just seemed bizarre, out of character, and it made me, and I'm sure a lot of other fans, question, who really is Rose Quartz? Is she what she seems to be? I mean, we're 4 seasons in now, and how much do we actually know about her? And she's gone forever. She's Steven now. So it's not like we can get any answers directly out of her. She, as a character, is essentially dead. So we can't ask why she did shatter Pink Diamond. But from what Garnet said, in order for everything to be how it is now, for these characters to be free and exist as who they are, who they want to be, Pink Diamond had to be shattered.
Destroying her was the only way to save the planet. For Amethyst to be herself, for Pearl to be free, for me to be together.
But was it really by Rose? Is this image of Rose that everybody worships as this loving, caring person, a leader and not a dictator, a team player, really out of the window? Well, I don't believe she shattered Pink Diamond. I believe she had a role in it, but I believe the person who struck the blow wasn't Rose. In fact, I think it was a gem we all know and love, or at least tolerate, and that's Pearl. But why Pearl? Why would she be the one to shatter Pink Diamond? And why would Rose take the fall for it? Well, let's look at all the evidence. Now, first off, we've never even seen Pearl shapeshift, but apparently she can. She stated it very early on in the show in the episode Cat Fingers. Steven straight up asks Pearl if she can shapeshift, and she says of course, and then Amethyst gets obnoxious and cuts her off.
Just because you can shapeshift doesn't mean you should.
Can you shapeshift?
Well, of course.
Well, of course I can.
And what Pearl says about shapeshifting kind of solidifies her view on it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. But why the reluctance on shapeshifting freely? She seems to utilize all her other abilities just fine, not being too conscious about using them. I mean, even Garnet has shapeshifted before, when her and Amethyst were playing Steven Tag, so Pearl really is the only main Crystal Gem who hasn't shapeshifted yet.
Steven tagged you. Now you have to turn into Steven.
It's the rules.
Oh, please.
Tag! Garnet wins.
And her being the one to shatter Pink Diamond is a perfect logical explanation as to why she hasn't shapeshifted in the show yet. It'd be a huge reminder as to what she did, that the shards of a diamond, a well-beloved figure among all gem kind, rest on her hands. If she shapeshifted, it would just take her right back to that moment. And as Peridot stated in Gem Drill, it's hard not to have feelings about the place you came from.
It's hard not to have some feelings for where you came from.
Pearl did belong to a diamond, that would make her the closest crystal gem to a diamond. Whether if it was white or pink, she probably interacted with diamonds a lot. She was probably with her own diamond all the time until Rose came along. And while Rose's philosophy and ideologies probably caused Pearl to start resenting the diamonds, to have pent-up aggression against them, she still probably has some kind of attachment to her diamond, to all of the diamonds. So being the one who had to shatter one, taking the lives of one, probably doesn't do a whole lot for her psychologically. So being taken back to that moment by using a simple gem ability probably isn't the best for her, and would explain why she doesn't use it. Now, let's fast forward to Rose's scabbard. When Steven chases Pearl to the battlefield, she projects Rose onto her. And now that we know more about the Gem War, we can put a lot more context into this conversation. And I personally believe it took place before the rebellion even started. I believe it took place right before Pink Diamond was shattered. Rose states, "I'm going to stay and fight for this planet. You don't have to do this with me." And Pearl says, "But I want to."
I'm going to stay and fight for this planet. You don't have to do this with me.
Now, what is this that Rose is referring to? Just fighting alongside her? Allying with the crystal gems? Or something much deeper than that? This being the act of shattering Pink Diamond. Rose goes on to say, please understand, if we lose, we'll be killed, and if we win, we can never go home. Now, obviously, if this conversation took place after the rebellion started, they couldn't go home regardless. They're rebels. They'd be punished. And probably shattered. But if they were talking about shattering Pink Diamond, then they definitely could never come back to Homeworld, and they definitely would have orders to be shattered in return, both of them.
If we lose, we'll be killed. And if we win, we can never go home.
And Pearl says, why would I ever want to go home if you're here? Obviously, this is just about how Pearl is in love with Rose, and how home to Pearl is no longer with the diamonds. It's no longer on Homeworld, but it's with Rose. And if anything, by this point, Pearl probably lost all allegiance to the diamonds. She was probably already dead set on spending the rest of her existence with Rose. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if shattering Pink Diamond was Pearl's idea and not Rose's. And if Pearl truly did belong to a diamond, and if she didn't know more than other gems would about diamonds, she would know their weaknesses, how to bring them down, how to shatter them. And Rose, being the caring person she is, would take the fall for Pearl. So if anything, if it was Pearl's idea to shatter Pink Diamond, then it was Rose's idea for Pearl to shapeshift into her. So Homeworld would go after Rose. So Rose would have to bear that pain and not Pearl. So when soldiers look at Pearl, they just think someone who abandoned their diamond, who's defective and lost, like Jasper said in The Return.
But this is all that's left of her army? Some lost, defective Pearl?
They wouldn't think, that's the filthy gem who shattered my diamond, who shattered Pink Diamond. They just see a blind follower. And this really preserves the legacy of Rose. This preserves that image that everybody has about her. This loving and caring person. Homeworld would just see a scumbag, a traitor, someone who deserves to be shattered for all of her crimes. But everybody close to Rose would know the truth. Except they wouldn't, because only Pearl knows what really happened. While Garnet might know the truth, what she says in Bubbled kind of makes it seem like she also thinks that Rose shattered Pink Diamond. That she thinks it's a fact as that's what happened.
We all did what we had to during the war. She didn't always do what was best for her, but she always did what was best for Earth.
However, she might also know it was really Pearl who did it, because she never actually says Rose shattered Pink Diamond. She just says she had to. Well, who's she? Is it Rose? Is it Pearl? So while she answered the question, she still kind of danced around it at the same time. But another important factor is, Garnet wasn't there when it happened. Yeah, we know Eyeball was there, and Jasper might have been there, but we don't know since she's currently corrupted and didn't say.
Where were you when it happened? Around? I was there.
Garnet wasn't there. The events of The Answer didn't happen until after Pink Diamond was gone. It happened way after the rebellion was in full swing. That's why Blue Diamond was on the Earth, finishing up business that Pink Diamond started. And that appeared to be Sapphire and Ruby's first time on Earth.
I wish I could have seen more of this planet.
There's still time.
So they wouldn't know what really happened when Pink Diamond got shattered. They wouldn't know what went down. They may have not even been made yet, and if they were on other planets, on Homeworld, or whatever Blue Diamond was doing. So they would even have to go off what they heard, or what Rose and Pearl said to them. And if Pearl did shatter Pink Diamond, I honestly think it's a coin toss if they would have told the truth. If Pearl would have told the truth. Considering they lived together, it would be pretty messed up if Garnet didn't know the truth. If Pearl was still lying to her about what happened to Pink Diamond. Although Garnet would be kind of understanding, at least I would imagine she'd be, I still imagine it being kind of heartbreaking. So let's recap. Pearl volunteered to shatter Pink Diamond for Rose, but Rose made Pearl shapeshift into her to take the fall because she didn't want Pearl punished. Because the title of the one shattering Pink Diamond is too much to bear, Pearl refuses to shapeshift. She doesn't like shapeshifting at all, which is why she hasn't done it yet. And this is why in Back to the Moon, when Eyeball says Rose was the one who shattered Pink Diamond, Pearl looked really shooken up, like she was about to break, while Garnet just looked kind of caught.
But she would never shatter someone!
It wasn't just because Pearl was there, it was because she was the one who did it, and that's something that still eats her up inside to this day. But as always, these are just my thoughts. There's a chance I could be 100% wrong, and I know that. But I feel like this is one of those cases where all the evidence really piles up that things may actually stand in my favor. Rose and Pearl kept many secrets. I'm sure Pearl is still keeping secrets. So it's exciting to see where this is gonna go, how this will play out, because we're certainly gonna learn more about Pink Diamond and Rose and about that fateful day. Hopefully this season. The story of the Gem War is just beginning, and I am dying to see how it unfolds, how this all unravels. And I hope you are too. So that takes me to asking, what do you guys think? Comment your thoughts down below, and that about wraps up my theory. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Feel free to check out more videos on this channel. We got Waifu Wars hosted by Kevin Wren, to the pilot episode having mixed reviews, but I still love them. And there are more shows I'm going to begin reviewing and theorizing, starting with Star vs. the Forces of Evil. There'll still be just as much Steven Universe content, but expect that to be in the mix now too. And if you haven't seen Star vs. Forces of Evil before, now's the perfect time to jump into it. It's a splendid show with lovely art, lovely animation, lovely colors, and great characters. And honestly, I think it's funnier than Steven Universe. But please don't shoot me for my opinion. Awestruck Vox, signing out.